Hello everyone. Welcome to the LRDI section discussion of mock 19. So in this session, first we will be scanning the entire paper of logical reasoning. Then we'll be understanding the difficulty level of the questions, all the four sets that were asked in mock 19. And then we'll be arranging them in the order of the difficulty. We'll be solving the questions as per the level of difficulty. And at the end of this session, I will let you know the decent score or the good score that you can get in this paper. So without any further delay, let's get started. So first set. So here Mr. B, a shopkeeper, purchased 8 bundles of magazines, bundle 1 to bundle 8. Each bundle contained a different number of magazines. He purchased each bundle at a different cost. He sold the magazines from these 8 bundles over a period of 6 weeks, from week 1 to week 6, such that he first sold all the magazines from bundle 1, after which he sold all the magazines from bundle 2, and so on until bundle 8. Now, all the magazines that he sold on any week were sold at the same price, which however was different for each of the 6 weeks. Now further, for each magazine that he sold, the cost price of the magazine was calculated as cost of the bundle which that magazine is from divided by the number of magazines in that bundle. Now the table below provides the number of magazines in each bundle, the price of the bundle at which he purchased each bundle, and the second table provides the number of magazines he sold on each of these 6 weeks and the price per magazine on each week. Okay. So here we have Mr. Brown purchasing bundles with some number of magazines in each bundle, and we are given that the cost price of each bundle to be different. And in every week, at the stretch of 6 weeks, he has sold all these 8 bundles with some number of magazines each week. Okay, at some selling price, and we are given that the selling price per magazine for a respective week is same throughout the week. Now let's first understand this table. In this table, bundle number 1, you have 54 magazines. The cost of the bundle is 405. So from which we can find the cost of each magazine, which will be 405 by 54, which is to be $7.5. Okay. So similarly, you can find the cost of magazine of from bundle 2, bundle 3, bundle 4, and so on. And the cost of all these 54 bundles will be $7.5 only. $7.5 or 7.5 rupees dollars. Okay. Now we have the cost prices of all these magazines from these 8 respective bundles. Now coming to second table. In week 1, he has sold 142 magazines. Okay. Now we have only 54 magazines from bundle 1. So how can we have Mr. Brown selling 142 magazines in first week? So out of these 142 magazines, 54 are from bundle 1 and the remaining 88 are from bundle 2. And all these 142 magazines were sold at $9.5 per magazine. Okay, so the distribution of these 142 magazines would be 54 are from bundle 1, 88 are from bundle 2. The cost price of these 54 magazines is $7.5 per magazine, $88, 976 by 122, which is $8 per magazine. And all these magazines were sold at $9.5 per magazine. Clear? Now we have the cost price of each magazine sold in week 1 and selling price of each magazine sold in week 2. Now coming to second week. Second week he has sold a total of 124 magazines, out of which now the remaining magazines from bundle 2 are 100 total magazines are 122. 88 were sold in first week, so the remaining 34 was sold in second week. So 34 are of type 2 and the remaining 88 are of type 3. 88 or 86. 88. Isn't it? Clear? So in this way, we can determine the total number of magazines of each type sold in these 6 weeks. You are given with the cost price, or we can calculate the cost price. We are given with the selling price. We can determine the profit. Okay, so that's my understanding of this data. Now, what is the profit made by Mr. Brown on week 4? So we are asked to find profit questions. Most of the questions are on profit. So you need to find the selling price and you need to find the cost price in each week to determine the profit. Okay, now I have an idea on how to solve this set, but I can say that this might take somewhat extra time because it involves a lot of calculations. So if the remaining three sets are really difficult, then I will be solving this set first for sure. Okay, or I will be searching for an easy set if there is one in the remaining other three sets. Clear? So that's my analyzing of this set. Now coming to the second set. In a quiz competition, two academies, Alex Academy and Z Academy, with five groups each competed against each other, such that each group of an academy competed against all the five groups of other academies. So you have five groups in each academy. So you'll be having, for example, G1, G2, G3, G4, G5 are five groups of Alex Academy. K1, K2, K3, K4, K5 are the five groups of Z Academy. So these five groups of Alex Academy will be playing with K1, K2, K3, K4, and K5 groups of Z Academy. Now, in any round, the winner was given 3 points and the loser was awarded no points. So you have +3 and 0. In case of a draw, the two groups were awarded 1 point each. So +1 in case of a tie or in case of a draw. Now, the table below provides us the partial information about the wins, draws, and losers of each group. And moreover, it is also known that each group won at least one run. This point is important. And G1 lost the round against K5, while G4 lost against K1. Okay. So here we need to determine which group won against which group. So no goals against or goals for are involved. So I can say that this might be an easy to moderate level question from games and tournaments. So comparatively, if I need to if I compare this set with the previous set, I find this to be easy, and you are given with only 4 questions. All we need to do is we need to fill the empty cells in these two tables. So if you can fill one table, you can find you can fill the details in the other table, because wins for LX Academy will be equal to losses for Z Academy, and wins for Z Academy, number of wins in for Z Academy will be equal to number of losses for LX Academy. Okay. So if I have to select a set between these two, I will be selecting this first, and then I will be attempting the set number 1. So Help Distress is an NGO involved in providing assistance to people suffering from natural disasters. Currently, it has 37 volunteers. They are involved in 3 projects: tsunami relief, flood relief, and earthquake relief. Each volunteer working with Help Distress has to be involved in at least one relief project. Okay. So the highest number of volunteers are involved in FR flood relief. Among them, the number of volunteers involved in FR project alone is equal to number of volunteers involved in ER project alone. The number of volunteers involved in the ER project alone is double the number of volunteers involved in all the 3 projects. Total of 17 volunteers are involved in tsunami relief. Then the number of volunteers involved in TR project alone is 1 less than the number of volunteers involved in ER project alone. So 10 volunteers involved in TR project are also involved in at least one more project. Perfect. So this is a question from a 3-set Venn diagram. So we are given with the total number of volunteers 37, which were distributed among tsunami relief, flood relief, and earthquake relief. So you'll be having some persons working in all the 3 projects. Then you'll be having some persons working in only exactly 2 and exactly 1. Okay. Now, based on the given information, the least number of volunteers involved in both the FR and TR project, but not in the ER project is. So if you look at the question, this is an open set. So you will not be having a definite values corresponding to all the regions in that Venn diagram. Clear? Right. So if you look at question number 12, 13, 14, and 15. Okay. So this is going to be an open set where you will not be having definite values. So I consider this to be on a moderate level set from a 3-set Venn diagram. So I will be attempting set number 2 first. Then I will be picking either this set or first set based on my comfort zone, because to solve this set, you should be very good at Venn diagrams. a three set Venn diagram. Or if you're not sure about getting this set right, you can attempt first set, which involves a lot of calculation, but the information is definite. Okay, so that is a closed set. So all you need to do is you need to do some calculations to get the answers on it. Clear? So picking one among these two is your choice. Depending on if you consider yourself good at Venn diagrams, that if you have practiced enough number of questions from Venn diagrams, you can attempt it. Or else I recommend you to attempt set number one, because that's a short set, which might involve a lot of calculations. That's it. Now coming to the last set. Vikram, a student, has prepared a weekly schedule for his exam preparation. He has to study 4 subjects: mental ability, psychology, computers, and English. During a period of any 7 consecutive days, he will study 2 subjects: mental ability and psychology, on 4 days each, and computers on 3 days, English on 2 days. So he has 4 subjects: mental ability, psychology, computers, and English. In 7 consecutive days, he will be studying 2 subjects: mental ability and psychology, on 4 days each. So you'll be having both mental Vikram studying both mental ability and psychology on 4 days, computers on 3 days, English on 2 days. So on Saturdays as well as Sundays, he will study only one subject. On one of the weekdays, which span from Monday to Friday. So weekdays are spanning from Monday to Friday. He will study 3 subjects, one of which is English, and only on one of the days. And on rest of the weekdays, he will be studying 2 subjects each. Now we are given with some additional information. He will not study any one subject on 3 consecutive days. He will not study uh, English for 2 consecutive days. He will not study both mental ability and computers. Sorry, he will study both mental ability and computers exactly. So you cannot have Vikram studying both mental ability and computers on more than one day. And he's studying only both these subjects exactly once a week on the same day. And we are also given with some partial information about the subject that he has studied in these 7 corresponding days except for Saturday. Okay, so this is more like a puzzle and an arrangement. Okay, so I can attempt this first or the second set first. So I'll be having 2 sets, 8 questions. Then I can pick any one among 1 and 3. Clear? Now, overall analysis of the logical reasoning section of mock 19 is on moderate side level. It's moderate to difficult side only. It's not easy to moderate because we do not have even a single direct question. Okay, so I consider second set or fourth set. You can attempt any of these two, considering your strength area. So if you are good at games and tournaments, you can start this logical reasoning section with set 2, or if you consider yourself good at puzzles and arrangements, you can start with set 4. Let's start with set 4, then I will be doing set 2, then I will be solving either 1 or 3. Now if I have to pick one, I will pick 3, because the set 1 involves a lot of calculation. Okay, and I have also practiced good number of questions from set 3. That's the only reason I'm picking set 3 and leaving set 1. Okay, so let's get started. So let's first go to the question from arrangements. 1 minute. So in this set, Vikram, a student, has prepared a weekly schedule for his exam preparation. He has to study 4 subjects: mental ability. Here I'm only taking the starting letters of these subjects. M represents mental ability. Then you have psychology, computers, and English. Now, during a period of seven consecutive days, he will study two subjects: mental ability and psychology on 4 days each. So 4 days each, computers on 3 days, and English on 2 days. And on Saturdays and Sundays, he will be studying only one subject. On weekdays, which span from Monday to Friday, he will study three subjects, out of which one was English. On rest of the weekdays, he will be studying two subjects each. Okay, and we are given with some partial information also. So let me list down the days from Monday to Sunday. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. Perfect. Now we are given that on Monday he will be studying computers, Tuesday mental ability, Wednesday psychology, Thursday English, Friday computers, Saturday we do not know, and Sunday psychology. Now he will not study one subject on 3 consecutive days. He will not study English for 2 consecutive days. And he will not study both mental ability and computers exactly once a week on the same day. He will study both mental ability and computers exactly once a week on the same day. Okay. Now we are given that he cannot study English for 2 consecutive days. So you cannot have Vikram studying English on Wednesday and Friday. So you have three options, because you cannot have Vikram studying any other subject on Sunday, because he will be studying only one subject on Saturday and Sunday. Okay, so let me consider Vikram studying English on Saturday. So you can have Vikram studying English on Saturday, or um, or Monday or Tuesday. Now first let me consider Vikram studying English on Saturday. Done. Now, now we need to have 4 days on which Vikram studies psychology. 4 days on which Vikram studies mental ability. So you cannot have Vikram studying mental ability on Saturday also. Okay. So among these 5 days, you need to arrange 4 days. Right. And we are also given that he will not study any one subject on 3 consecutive days. So the only way of arranging 4 M's in these 5 places, so that you cannot have 3 consecutive M's, will be one on Monday, Tuesday, then a gap on Wednesday, then Thursday and Friday. Now this is the only possibility. Okay. So this statement is valid, whereas he will study both mental ability and computers exactly once a week. But here, if I consider that he's studying English on Saturday, you're having Vikram studying both computers and mental health on 2 days, Monday as well as Friday. So this is not possible. This is not possible. So I can say that you cannot have Vikram studying English on Saturday. So Vikram study English either on Monday or on Tuesday. Clear? And from here I can also conclude that he has to study mental ability on Saturday. Otherwise you cannot have Vikram studying mental ability on 4 days, such that then he's not studying mental ability on 3 consecutive days, and he's studying mental ability and computers exactly once a week on the same. So two possibilities. Now, in this case, now we can have Vikram studying mental ability and computers exactly once. So that cannot be this day. So you cannot have Vikram studying any subject on Saturdays and Sundays. Now let me consider Vikram studying mental ability, or let's first fix Vikram's 4 days. Okay. So one possibility is Vikram on Monday. So this is done, right? Then 1, 2, you cannot have Vikram here. Now you cannot have Vikram here because we have already, sorry, you cannot have mental ability here because we have already considered computers and mental ability being studied on Monday. Okay, so you cannot have mental ability here because you cannot have one subject on 3 consecutive days. So that should be this. Clear? Now, this is one possibility where I consider Vikram is studying both computers and mental ability on Monday. So let me write it in this fashion. Computers, mental ability, and as well as English. Now computers, mental ability, psychology, English, computers, mental ability, and psychology. Now we have considered that he's studying English on Monday. Then he could have studied mental ability along with computers on Friday. Let us consider this. Now he cannot study mental ability on Thursday because you cannot have one subject on 3 consecutive days. He cannot study mental ability on Monday. So the only possibility is Wednesday. So you have 2 possibilities here. Okay. Now one more possibility, you can also have computers being studied on Tuesday, which is not possible. So if I consider that he is studying computers on Tuesday, then you cannot have mental ability on Monday or Friday. Then we are left with only 3 days. So this is not possible. So these are the only 2 possible arrangements involving mental ability and computers. And this is when you consider English being studied on Monday. Now, if I consider English being studied on Tuesday, okay. Now, considering mental ability and computers, you can have mental ability and computers being studied on Monday. So you cannot have mental ability here. You cannot have mental ability here. So M should be here. Now, C M E P E C M P. Now, if I consider that mental ability and computers are being studied on Friday, then you cannot have that on Monday. So you cannot have M here because you cannot have 3 consecutive M's. This is one possibility. Clear? Now we have 4 M's, 2 E's. Now let's place one more C here. So computers here, computers and mental ability. Okay, so C cannot be on Tuesday. So C should be on Wednesday here. Now C cannot be on Tuesday. So C should be on Thursday, and C cannot be on Wednesday as well. Okay, so here C cannot be on Thursday, C should be on Wednesday. Okay, and here C can be on Thursday. Only Thursday. Now we have 2 C's as well. Now let's try to arrange 4 P's. Now you already have 2 P's. Now we need to arrange two more P's. So P here and P here. Okay, P here and one more P. So P cannot be here, isn't it? And on the day where you have English being studied, you need to have 3 subjects. So P can be here. Okay, so if P is here, then you have psychology being studied on three consecutive days. So this can be possible. So one P can be here, and other P can also be here. So this is not possible. And in this case, one P should be here and another P. So you need to have M, E, and P. Sorry. One more possibility is, sorry, my bad. Here you have three consecutive P's, which is not possible. So P cannot be here. So you can have P only here. Whereas in this case, P here, and you cannot have P here because you'll be having three consecutive P's. And on the day where he's studying English, you need to have three subjects on one day. So that day can be Thursday as well. And this completes the set. So you have three possible ways to arrange these four subjects over a period of 7 consecutive days, such that he will be studying mental ability and psychology on 4 days each, computers on 3 days, English on 2 days, and also satisfying all the given three conditions. So this completes the set. And the solution that was given for this question is wrong, because so the answer for the second question in this set should be none of this. Clear? No, so remaining questions are at par with this the given solution. There will be only change in the answer for 18th question only. Now coming to the question from games and tournaments. Now in a quiz competition, to academics, so we have gone through this set. So I have made two tables and one more table to determine who is the winner in the game between these five players. Okay. Now we are given with 3 points for a win, 0 for loss, and 1 for a tie. Moreover, it is also known that each group won at least one round. G1 lost the round against K5. So G1 lost against K5. So K5 is the winner here. While G4 lost against K1. So K1 is the winner here. And we are given that every team won at least one match. Okay. Now let's come to the points that these 10 teams have secured. Now coming to G5. So G5 has played 5 games, out of which the total points secured by G5 is 3. And it is also given that each team won at least one match. So you cannot have 3 draws here. So 3 draws will also correspond to 3 points. Right. But so if I consider this scenario where G5 has secured all the 3 points with draws, so you'll be having 0 wins and 2 losses, which is not possible because you need to have each team winning at least one match. Okay, so these 3 points are because of 1 win, 0 losses, and 0 draws. My bad. Okay, now G4 secured 2 points. Okay, so 4 wins, 0 losses, 0 draws. Okay, and G4 lost the match against K1. So G4 won against K2. So G4 won this match, G4 won this match, G4 won this match, and G4 won this match. Okay, I will fill this table later. First, let's determine the total number of wins and losses for these each academies. Okay, now G3 played 5 games, out of which it lost 2 and secured 9 points. So it has won all the 3 other games. So 3 wins and 0 draws. Now 5 points. So 3 plus 2. So 3 wins and 2 draws, 0 losses. Now G1, total number of points are 10. So 3, 1 draw and 0 loss. Sorry, and 1 loss. My bad. Now we have the data of all the groups G1 to G5 and the number of wins, number of losses, and number of draws. Now coming to Z Academy. Okay. Now these 6 points can be because of 2 wins or 1 win and 3 draws. Okay. So I will not be considering this first rather than K3. K3 has played 5 games or wait. So the number of wins here are 3 plus 3 plus 3, 9, 9 plus 5, 14, 14. 1 minute. So G2, how can we have 3 wins? Sorry, my bad. It should be 1 win. So the total number of wins of LX Academy will be 6, 6 plus 4, 10, 10 plus 10 plus 2, 12. So total number of losses. So this should be 4, my bad. So this should be 2 losses here, 1 loss here, and 4 losses here. 4 plus 1, 5, 5 plus 5, 10, and 3 draws. Now the number of wins of Z Academy should be 10 because the number of wins of Z Academy will be equal to the number of losses of LX Academy, and the number of losses of Z Academy will be equal to number of wins of LX Academy, 12 and 3 here. Now let's coming to K3. So you can have 2 wins and 2 draws, 1 loss. Okay. Now coming to K2, 7 points, 2 wins, 1 draw, 0 losses. Sorry, 2 losses, then 2 wins, 3 losses, 0 draws because the total number of draws are already 3. So 2, 2, 0, 0, 3, and 3. Clear? Now we have the data with respect to the number of wins and number of losses of each group. Now let's try to fill this table now. Okay. So K5, 2 wins and 3 losses. Okay. G1, 3 wins, 1 loss, and 1 draw. Now G2 has 2 draws. So these 2 draws will be between G2 K2 and G2 K3. And 1 tie will be between K3 and G1. So K3 G1, this is a tie. G2 K2, this is a tie. And G2 K3, this is a tie. Because you cannot have 2 ties with, you cannot have these 2 ties with K3. So you cannot have 2 ties of G2 with 2 ties of K3. That's not possible. So out of these 2, 1 will be with K2 and 1 will be with K3. And these 2, 1 will be with G2 and 1 will be with G1. Right? Now G1 we have 3 wins, 1 loss, and 1 draw. So we have 1 loss here, 1 tie here. So G1 won all these 3. Clear? Now what do we have? K3. K3 won 2, lost 1, 2 ties. So we have 2 ties here, 1 loss here. So these 3 matches were won by K3. Then G2, 2 losses, 2 draws. We have already 2 draws, 2 ties there. 2 losses and 1 win. We cannot comment on that. Then what do we have here? Now coming to K2. K2, we have 2 losses. So 2 losses here, 1 tie. So K2 has won this match and K2 has won this match. Okay. Now coming to G3. 2 losses. We already have 2 losses here. So G3 has won the remaining 3 games. Right. Now coming to G2. G2, 2, okay, we cannot comment. Then coming to K4. K4 lost 3. So these are the 3 matches. So K4 1, the remaining 2. Now coming to G2. 2 losses, sorry, 2 ties. Okay. Only 1 loss. Fine. So K5, 3 losses. Okay. G5, 1 win, 4 losses. Okay. Then what's with K1? 2 wins, 3 losses. Okay. So how can we fill this? G2, 1 win. Okay. Then what's with K5? 2 wins. We need to. So I think we cannot conclude the result between G2 and G2 with K1 and K5 and G5 with K1 and K5. Okay. Now let's look at the questions and then we'll come to this set later. Now, which of the following groups drew the maximum number of rounds? Maximum number of rounds, K3 or G2. So it should be K3. K2 lost a round against which of the following teams? Lost a round against G1 or G4. So it should be G1. The group that scored the least number of points won against which of the following groups? Least number of points, 3. G5. G5 has won against either K1 or K5. Okay, so the answer for this question should be option D. The total number of rounds that K4 lost was K4 lost 3. So you need not solve this much to answer this question. So you can answer uh, 7th question, then 10th question without even filling this table. So you have a direct 2 questions which can be solved by just completing these 2 tables. Clear? So these are the 2 sets that every student should be in a position to solve. Okay, I do not see any difficulty, but there will be a confusion with respect to this puzzle. And here, all you need to do is you need to identify that the number of wins for Alex Academy will be equal to number of losses for Z Academy. Clear? So these 2 sets, and you should be in a position to solve 8 questions in this paper. So 8 into 3, 24 marks. So 24 marks is a good attempt in this paper. Now let's come to the question from set theory. So Help Distress is an NGO involved in providing assistance to people suffering from natural disasters. Currently, it has 37 volunteers. Now, they are involved in 3 projects: tsunami relief, flood relief, and earthquake relief in Gujarat. Each volunteer working with Help Distress has to be involved in at least one relief work project. Now, the highest number of volunteers are involved in FR project. So, number of volunteers in FR is more than TR and ER. Now, among them, the number of volunteers involved in the FR project alone is equal to number of volunteers having involvement in ER project alone. So, if this is X, this will be X. The number of volunteers involved in ER project alone is double the number of volunteers involved in all the 3 projects. So, if I consider this as X, this will be 2X and this will be 2X. Now, a total of 17 volunteers are involved in ER projects. So, 17. The number of volunteers involved in TR project alone is 1 less than the number of volunteers involved in ER project alone. So this will be 2x minus 1. 10 volunteers involved in TR project are also involved in at least one more project. So if I consider this as A, this as B, we are given that A plus B plus X is equal to 10. So if A plus B plus X is equal to 10, so the value of 2x minus, sorry, 2x minus 1 should be equal to 7, because a plus x plus b plus 2x minus 1 should be equal to 17. So this is equal to 7. So 2x is equal to 8 or x is equal to 4. So if x is equal to 4, 8 volunteers were involved in only FR, 8 in only ER, and 7 in only TR. And this will be 4. Now, if a plus b plus x is equal to 10, this implies a plus b is equal to 6. And we are given that a total of 37 volunteers were working in TR, FR, and ER. So 7 plus, or this represents 17, 17 plus 16, 33, plus if I consider this as y, plus y should be equal to 37, or y, the value of y is 4. Now, based on the given information, the least number of volunteers involved in both FR and FR and TR projects, but not in ER project is. Now we need to find the minimum value of A. Now to do that, we are given with the number of volunteers in FR is greater than the number of volunteers in ER. So 8 plus A plus 4 plus 4, 8 should be greater than 8 plus 4 plus 4 plus B. Sorry. So A should be greater than B, and we have A plus B is equal to 6. So the values of A and B can be either 60, 51, and 42. That cannot be 33 as well. So we are asked to find the least number of volunteers involved in both FR and TR. So we are asked to find FR and TR. So we are asked to find the least possible value of A, which is 4. And that should be your answer. Now, which of the following additional pieces of information would enable us to find the exact number of volunteers involved in various projects? Now, we should be in a position to determine the value of either A or B. Now, 20 volunteers are involved in FR. So, if you are given with the total number of volunteers involved in FR, you can get the value of A, so that you can determine the value of B and you can get the answer. So, if you are given with the information provided in option A, you can answer this question. And you can get the exact number of volunteers involved in various projects. Now, 4 volunteers are involved in all the 3 projects. This is already there. So that will be redundant. Now 23 volunteers are involved in exactly one project. So 8 plus 8 plus 7, 23. So this is also there with us. So this will be redundant. No need of any information. No. So the answer for this question should be option 2. Now, after some time, the volunteers who were involved in all the 3 projects were asked to withdraw from one project. As a result, one of the volunteers opted out of TR project. So we have 7 here, 8 here, 8 here. So there is no change in these 3 areas. So these 4, okay, they have withdrawn from one of the projects. They withdrew from one of the projects. So these 4 will be splitting into these 3 regions. Now we are given that one volunteer is opted out of TR. Okay. So this will be 4 plus 1, 5, because he opted out of TR. So he has moved to this region, the common region between ER and FR. Okay. Then while the remaining ones involved and one opted out of ER. So this will be A plus 1 here. And the remaining 2 persons opted out of FR project. So this will be B plus 2. So you'll have 0 here. Then which of the following statements which of the following statement necessary follow after this rearrangement? Now the lowest number of volunteers is now in TR project. Okay, now let's find the number of volunteers in TR, ER, and FR projects. So this will be 7 plus A plus B is 6. 1 minute. This will be 7 plus A plus B plus this is TR This is FR and this is ER plus 3. So 7 plus A plus B is 6. The value of this is 6. 7 plus 6, 13. 13 plus 3, 16. Now ER 8 plus 5, 13. 13 13 plus A plus 1, which is equal to 14 plus A, and FR, sorry, my bad. This is 13 plus B plus 2, which is equal to 15 plus B, and FR, which will be 8 plus 5, 13. 13 plus 1, 14. 14 plus A. And the values of B and A would be like A plus B is equal to 6. This can be 0, 6, 1, 5, 2, 4. Now the lowest number of volunteers is now in TR project. So in TR you have 16. Now if the value of A is 0, then it would be FR. Now more volunteers are now in ER project as compared to TR project. If the value of B is yes. Now the more volunteers are now in TR project as compared to ER project. No, that's not true. More volunteers are now in FR project as compared to ER project. No, this is not true. So the answer for this question should be option B. So for the remaining questions also, you need to make cases and you need to answer them. So these are these are independent questions, and these are definitely doable questions if you are comfortable with Venn diagrams. Okay. Now coming to the first set. So cost of each magazine from bundle 1 would be 7.5. This is 8. This is the cost of magazine from bundle 3 would be 6.75. Then this would be 6.5. This is 7.75, 6, 6.52, and 8.5. So you have 142 magazines being sold in week 1. So out of which 54 are of type 1, then 88 are of type 2. And the selling price would be 9.5 rupees or $9.5. And the cost price of these 54 magazines is 7.5. And these 88 magazines is 8 rupees. Now 124 magazines were sold in week 2. So 88 magazines from bundle 2 are being sold in week 1. So the remaining 34 magazines were of type 2. And you have 188 magazines of magazines from bundle 3. So 34 plus 88 is 122. So two magazines are sold from bundle 4. Now we will be left with 72 magazines of bundle 4. Then, so out of 108, 72 are from bundle 4, and the remaining 36 are from bundle 5. Now out of these 120 magazines, 36 magazines were sold in week 3. So the remaining 84 magazines were sold in week 4, and they are from bundle 5. So out of 114, 84 magazines were from bundle 5, and the remaining 30 were from bundle 6. So you have 96 magazines from bundle 6, 30 were sold in week 4. So the remaining 66 were sold in week 5. Out of 108, 66 were from bundle 6. So the remaining 42 were from bundle 7. So out of 62, 42 were, sorry, out of 64, 42 were from bundle 7. So the remaining 22 magazines from bundle 7 were sold in week 6. And out of 104, 22 were from bundle 7 and the remaining 82 were from bundle 8. Clear? So cost price is 7.58. So 34 bundle 2, the cost price is 8, bundle 3 6.75, bundle 4 the cost price is 6.5, bundle 5 7.75, bundle 6 6 rupees, bundle 7 6.52, now bundle 8 8.5 rupees. Now 54 into 7.5 in week 1, 54 into 7.5 plus 88 into 8 will give us the cost price of all the magazines that were sold in week 1, whereas 142 into 9.5 will give us the selling price of all these 142 magazines in week 1. So selling price minus cost price will give you the profit. So this is what you need to do to solve the first question. So here, out of these questions, second one is little tricky and there is an easy way to solve second question. So for how many magazines that Mr. Brown sold was the profit percentage more than 20%? Okay. Now let me consider these 54 bundles of type 1. The selling price is 7, sorry, the cost price is 7.5, selling price is 9.5. Profit percentage will be 9.5 minus 7.5, 2 by 7.5 into 100. So these 54 bundles were sold at profit percentage more than 20%. Clear? Now, here coming to bundle 2, the cost price is 8 rupees and the selling price was 9. So profit is 1.5 by 8 into 100. Okay. Now these 88 magazines were not sold with at a profit percentage more than 20. So you have 54 here. Then these 34. Cost price is 8 rupees, selling price is 10 rupees. So profit percentage is 25. So you have 34. Cost price is 6.75, selling price is 10. So profit percentage is greater than 20%. So 88 plus type 4. So this is 6.5 sold at 10. So yes, profit percentage is more than 20%. Now cost price is 6.5, selling price is 9.25. Yes, these 72 are also sold at a profit percentage more than 20. Now cost price is 7.75 and selling price is 9.25. So this is nothing but 1.5 by 7.75 into 100. So this is exactly like 20% or less than 20%. So these 36 magazines were not sold at a profit percentage greater than 20. And 7.5 cost price is 7.5, selling price is 8.5. So these 84 magazines also were not sold at a profit percentage more than 20. Now for these type 6, cost price is 6 rupees, selling price is 8.5. Perfect. So plus 30. Now cost price is 6, selling price is 8.75. So plus 66. 42, cost price is 6.5, selling price is 8.75. Perfect. So these 42 plus cost price is 6.5, selling price is 10. So these 22 magazines are also sold at a profit percentage greater than 20 plus cost price is 8.5 and selling price is 10. So the profit percentage is less than 20. So you cannot consider these 82 as well. So the total number of magazines which are sold at more than 25%, sorry, more than 20% would be 54 plus 34 plus 88 plus 2 plus 72 plus 30, 66, 42, and 22. So I believe they add up to 410. So this is the easiest way of solving this question, guys. So for the to solve the remaining questions, you need to first determine the profit that Mr. Brown has earned in each week. So in which of the following weeks did Mr. Brown make the lowest profit? So you need to find the profit that Mr. Brown has earned in all these 6 weeks, because you now you are given with the cost price of each magazine. We are given with selling price of each magazine, and we now have the data of how many magazines of what type were sold in each week. Clear? So this may this set little bit complicated and calculated. So I don't expect you guys to solve this set first. So 8 questions, 24 marks, I consider to be a good attempt. And if you are good at Venn diagrams and set theory, then you can attempt like 2 to 3 questions for sure from the set. So and any student can maximum attempt 8 plus 6, 14 questions. Okay, so anywhere between 8 to 12 questions is a good score to get 90 plus percentile in the LR section. Clear? So if you have any doubts, please don't hesitate to reach out to us, and all the best for your next mock.